Some UK ice cream bars taste like pure joy. Others taste like someone froze disappointment, dipped it in budget chocolate, and hoped no one would notice. You'd be shocked how many premium bars are basically whipped air wearing a fancy wrapper. Some are so offensively bland they should come with an apology note, and a few are dangerously good, the kind that turn a quiet snack into a personality flaw. So today, we're ranking the UK's biggest ice cream bars from absolute disasters to pure freezer royalty. Before we begin, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next brutally honest ranking. 9. Cadbury Dairy Milk Ice Cream Stick. Cadbury should have walked onto this list wearing a crown. It had one job: take the most beloved chocolate in the UK, wrap it around ice cream, and let the nostalgia do the heavy lifting. Instead, it committed a culinary crime so outrageous it feels personal. The first warning sign hits the second your teeth meet the coating. You expect that silky dairy milk melt. What you get tastes suspiciously like a budget chocolate impersonator that's been left in a warm stockroom a bit too long. It's thin, waxy, and collapses with the enthusiasm of soggy cardboard. Then you reach the ice cream, and that's where the real heartbreak happens. It's absurdly bland, astonishingly airy, and aggressively forgettable. This isn't creamy indulgence, it's cold foam wearing a purple jacket. You know how some companies quietly swap premium ingredients for cheaper stabilisers and reconstituted dairy? Cadbury didn't whisper. It screamed. Every bite feels like a boardroom found a way to save 3 pennies per stick and decided flavour wasn't part of the budget. Reviews across the internet back this up. People genuinely sound betrayed. Where's the dairy milk flavour? Why does the coating taste like candle wax? Why is the ice cream so lifeless it practically evaporates? That's the energy. Price to quality ratio, outrageously bad. You're basically paying for the Cadbury name while eating something that tastes like the parody version of a national treasure. Put simply, this bar is a catastrophic disappointment that shouldn't be anywhere near a freezer aisle. It's the definition of a brand coasting on reputation while delivering astonishing mediocrity. 8. Ben & Jerry's Peace Pop. Ben & Jerry's built an empire on loud flavours, big chunks, and zero shame about being indulgent. So you'd think the Peace Pop would hit with the same chaotic brilliance. Instead, it feels like a shockingly overpriced magic trick where half the product disappears before you get a chance to understand what you bought. The portion is unbelievably tiny. You blink twice, and it's gone. It feels almost insulting, like someone shrank a tub favourite into a bite-sized experiment and slapped a premium price tag on it anyway. The chocolate coating doesn't help either. It cracks off in giant flakes that fall everywhere except your mouth. It's messy, brittle, and oddly hollow. And when you make it to the ice cream, the disappointment just keeps climbing. The dough bits, the signature texture, the richness that defines Ben & Jerry's, all dialed down to a whisper. It's like they're rationing the good stuff. Even the ice cream tastes less dense than the tub version, almost as if the formula is watered down to survive being on a stick. People online have called this bar criminally small, ridiculously overpriced, and a parody of the brand's own identity. They're not lying. The value is laughable. For the same price, you could buy a tub that actually tastes like indulgence, not a prototype that somehow made it through quality control. As a treat, it feels incomplete. As a Ben & Jerry's product, it's shockingly underpowered. And as a premium ice cream bar, it's one of the most disappointing offerings ever to hold a wooden stick. 7. Oppo Salted Caramel Stick. Oppo markets itself as the clever, guilt-free indulgence. Lower calories, better ingredients. A halo of health wrapped around a dessert that promises you can have everything without paying the caloric price. In theory, brilliant. In practice, it tastes like the outline of a good ice cream bar drawn with a fading pencil. The very first bite tells you something's missing. The coating looks decent until you taste it. Then the truth hits. It's startlingly mild, unnervingly thin, and disappears faster than your patience. And the ice cream. It's real dairy, but so light it feels like someone scooped out the richness with a spoon before manufacturing even began. Salted caramel should smack you with warmth, sweetness, a little saltiness, a bit of drama. Here, it barely whispers. You get a hint of caramel, then it floats away like a dream someone forgot to finish. The texture is soft, weightless, and shockingly restrained. That's where the shortcuts hide. Lower calories usually mean more air, more stabilisers, and fewer fats. You can actually taste the compromise. It's honest, sure, but honest doesn't automatically mean delicious. The bar feels like a fitness influencer took over the recipe and banned joy from the premises. Value-wise, it sits in an awkward middle space. Not indulgent enough to satisfy cravings, not cheap enough to justify the sacrifices, and definitely not flavorful enough to compete with the heavy hitters above it. It's not a bad bar, it's just an incredibly timid one. A bar that tastes like it's apologizing for existing. And when you're ranking ice cream, apologetic should never beat unforgettable. 6. Solero Exotic. Solero Exotic is the plot twist nobody expects. It walks into the ranking looking like a fruity angel, bright coating, juicy colors, the kind of bar you grab when it's boiling outside and you've convinced yourself you'll eat something lighter. And for the first couple of seconds, you're convinced it's working. That outer shell hits you with a tropical punch so sharp it practically shouts. The flavor is bold, juicy, borderline chaotic. It tastes like someone liquefied every sun-soaked fruit in a street market and said, freeze it. But then comes the center, and you realize the magic has limits. The ice cream inside is much thinner than the fruit coating suggests. Not disgusting, just a bit underwhelming. Almost like all the budget went into the exterior fireworks, leaving the core tasting surprisingly faint. Solero markets itself as using real fruit juice, and to be fair, it does. What they don't mention is how aggressively mild the dairy center can feel. It's more of a chilled whisper than a creamy anchor. And if you ever check the ingredients list, there's a little surprise: stabilisers. Lots of them. Perfectly safe, obviously, but they tweak the texture in a way that makes the ice cream melt faster than your patience on a crowded train platform. Reviewers love the flavor blast but constantly mention the same flaw. They wish the center carried even half of the energy the coating brings. Value-wise, Solero is decent, light, refreshing, not trying too hard to be premium, but it's not in the same league as the top bars. It's fantastic when you want fruity chaos, yet it falls short when you're craving depth, richness, or that slow, creamy satisfaction only proper ice cream delivers. 5. Feast Feast isn't an ice cream bar. It's a demolition project disguised as a snack. The kind of thing you ate as a kid when you didn't care about refinement or subtlety and just wanted chocolate in every direction. Bite into it and you're hit with texture overload, crunchy coating, soft layer, hard chocolate core. It's like the bar was designed by someone who thought moderation was a rumor. And honestly, that chaos is exactly why people adore it. But now that we're ranking with brutal honesty, let's talk about the cracks. Literally. This coating is thick, sometimes aggressively so. That crunch you remember fondly? Sometimes it borders on violent. There are reviews calling it a chocolate assault, which sounds dramatic until you bite one straight from the freezer and question your dental insurance. And then there's the flavor. It's chocolate heavy, sure, but not the elegant, silky chocolate people romanticize. It's the cheaper variety with a slightly claggy finish that sticks to your mouth like edible plaster. Feast has one more secret: the core. That dense chocolate rod in the middle looks like luxury until you taste it. It's not awful, but it's definitely not gourmet. It has the personality of a discount chocolate bar pretending to be the star of the show. Value? Great. Nostalgia? Immense. Impact? Undeniable. But compared to the true heavy hitters above it, Feast feels chaotic rather than crafted. It's the bar you eat when you want pure, indulgent mayhem, not when you're chasing quality or sophistication. A lovable mess, but still a mess. 4. Jude's Vanilla Ice Cream Stick. Jude shows up to the ranking like the quiet student who never brags yet finishes every exam with top marks. This bar doesn't scream for attention. It doesn't need neon packaging or ridiculous marketing claims. It wins through one thing: actual quality. You take a bite and immediately feel the difference. The chocolate coating doesn't taste like a shortcut. It tastes real, rich, deliberate. Not too thick, not too thin, just enough to give you a clean snap without threatening your teeth. Then comes the ice cream, and this is where Jude's flexes without raising its voice. It's creamy in a way that feels genuine. Not pumped full of air, not pretending to be indulgent. Real vanilla, real dairy, and a texture that melts slowly instead of evaporating into nothingness. They actually use proper ingredients, which shouldn't be shocking, yet somehow is in a market full of cost-cutting madness. But Jude's isn't perfect. It's restrained. A little too restrained. If you're expecting wild flavors, dramatic swirls, chunks, or explosions, you won't find them here. This is simplicity, polished to a shine, and for some that feels slightly underwhelming when stacked against giants known for theatrics. Reviews consistently praise its purity while noting its lack of excitement. People describe it as elegant, clean, and refreshingly honest. You rarely hear complaints, but you also rarely hear passionate obsession. Price to quality ratio? Excellent. This is a bar for people who read ingredient labels and refuse to settle for synthetic vanilla nonsense. Jude's delivers class without noise. It's premium, but not pretentious. Solid, reliable, and crafted with intention. 3. Magnum Almond. Magnum Almond walks into the ranking like it knows it belongs near the top. There is confidence in every bite, the kind that comes from decades of knowing people will forgive almost anything as long as you deliver a proper chocolate snap. And this bar absolutely delivers that signature crack. The almond coating explodes with noise and texture, a chaotic little concert of roasted nut fragments and thick chocolate that feels indulgent in the best way. It's messy, dramatic, slightly wild. You almost need a napkin before you even open the wrapper. But for all its swagger, Magnum Almond has a few secrets people rarely talk about. The almonds aren't always consistent. Some batches taste perfectly roasted, while others feel just a touch bitter, almost as if they were toasted in a hurry. And when that happens, the entire flavor profile shifts from glorious to mildly frustrating. It can also shed almond shards like a nervous squirrel, leaving half the toppings on your shirt instead of in your mouth. The vanilla ice cream inside, though, is dependable. Smooth, rich, and far better than most supermarket bars trying to imitate it. Magnum uses real dairy and a formula that leans creamy instead of airy. The result is a solid middle that supports the chaotic outer shell. Price-wise, it's on the upper end, but the experience usually makes up for it. Magnum Almond is bold, satisfying, and occasionally overwhelming, which is exactly why people adore it. It's indulgence with personality. A little flawed, a little loud, but unmistakably premium. 2. Magnum Classic. Magnum Classic is the bar that practically invented the modern premium ice cream category. It's the reference point, the blueprint, the one every cheap knockoff tries to imitate. Bite into the shell and you get that unmistakable crack, a clean break that feels almost engineered. Not too thick, not flimsy, just that perfect balance that shatters beautifully. The chocolate tastes fuller than most competing bars, with a sweetness that lands exactly where it should. You can taste why this bar became the standard everyone copies. Inside, the vanilla ice cream holds its own. It's dense without feeling heavy, creamy without tasting artificial. Magnum never relied on cheap stabilizer tricks or excessive air. They knew people would notice, and they were right. The texture melts slowly, giving you enough time to appreciate the richness rather than watching it vanish instantly like lower-tier brands. So if Magnum Classic is this good, why isn't it number one? Simple. It's everywhere. It became so dominant that it lost some of its novelty. You see it in every freezer, every multi-pack deal, every petrol station. That familiarity takes a small bite out of its excitement. It's like hearing a fantastic song so many times that you stop feeling the spark. There are minor complaints too. Some find it slightly too sweet. Others say the chocolate coating feels a bit sugary compared to ultra-premium competitors. Small issues, but they keep it from absolute perfection. Still, Magnum Classic earns its throne near the top. It's reliable, indulgent, and iconic. The bar you recommend when you can't risk disappointment. It's the freezer aisle's greatest hit. 1. Häagen-Dazs Salted Caramel Bar. This bar doesn't enter the ranking. It storms in, it dominates, it behaves like dessert royalty that knows nothing else comes close. Häagen-Dazs Salted Caramel is dangerously good, the kind of bar that destroys willpower the moment you take a bite. The chocolate coating feels luxurious, thicker than most competitors, and tastes like actual chocolate rather than a budget imitation wrapped in a fancy label. It melts slowly and confidently, almost daring you to find a flaw. Then the ice cream hits, and everything becomes unfair for the competition. Häagen-Dazs uses a famously dense formula created through slow churning rather than aggressive aeration. That means more cream, less air, and a mouthfeel that borders on addictive. The salted caramel swirl inside is rich, bold, and unapologetically sweet with a punch of salt that cuts through perfectly. No fading flavors, no timid gestures, this bar commits. This bar, and here's where it gets wild, reviews are filled with people calling it life-ruining, ridiculously addictive, and something that should require a warning label. The only recurring complaint is that it's too good, too rich, too tempting. It turns snack time into a full spiritual experience. Even the price makes sense once you taste it. It's not cheap, it's not pretending to be. This is the bar you buy when you want unquestionable quality, not the budget compromise. Every ingredient tastes intentional, crafted, and almost arrogant in its excellence. Häagen-Dazs salted caramel isn't just the best bar here. It's the final boss of the entire freezer aisle. Nothing else competes. So that's the ranking. The disasters, the near misses, and the one bar sitting on the freezer throne. Now it's your turn. Tell me which bar you think I judged too harshly, which one deserved top spot, and what I should rank next. Hit subscribe so you never miss another brutally honest breakdown. Your freezer may forgive you, but your taste buds definitely won't.